Ruckus Avenue Radio.
This computer. Right, we're recording. Dino, it's been
Dino!
a very long time. How are you?
I am fantastic. So good to hear you. Also good to see you all after so long. How's it going?
I know. But welcome to the Raj&Pablo show, by the way. You're no stranger
Thank
to us,
you.
like you said. But
Thank
firstly,
you.
can I say, I have been watching Thunder back to back. You know, one of those kind of ones that you can't get enough of. And I'm Rajaz, haven't you?
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Thanks, man. You know, it's been quite a journey, as a matter of fact. The show is it's done pretty well. Also, there's a little bit of controversy around the show, so it's just added to the excitement in all our lives. But having said that, many people have watched it. I've been getting great messages. People are loving the show. People love Professor Jigger, who's a bit of a naughty guy. He's a naughty one. He's a naughty one.
He's a bad person.
Did you ever think you'd end up playing a teacher that had a bit of an edge to them?
No, actually, never ever thought of it. That's why when Ali came to me with the show, firstly, I've been dying to work with Ali for a long time. And then he told me about the rest of the cast, and I was like, wow, this is some cast. I want to be a part of the show. And then he offered me this role. I said, yeah, cool. I've never played a professor. I've never played a naughty professor. I've never played a professor who's had an affair with a student. Let's do it.
Which you shouldn't do at home, people, if you're watching.
Sorry, what?
You shouldn't do that at home if you're a professor and you're watching.
Yeah, don't do that. Warning, disclaimer.
Given the time, it's obviously it's on an OTT channel. Were you hesitant about that, or were you kind of like, well, this is the way things are going, but this is going to be good?
No, I wasn't hesitant at all. Actually, I kind of enjoy the role. I do enjoy the space, you know, because the roles that are being written, the characters that are being written, is pretty amazing. It's just it's unconventional. You know, I'm so used to, you know, playing the sweet boy hero kind of stuff. Well, in some of my movies, I did play negative. In some of my films, I did play negative. But you know, this show especially, and I've got another one coming out, which is, oh man, you got to see me in that. That's why the look. That's why the look. Well, the show's called Mughals. It's based on the Mughals.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, I think it's the Indian version of Game of Thrones, and it's looking great. It's looking really good. So we're nearly in about a month or two we'll be done shooting that.
And is that going to be on OTT as well? Is that going to be?
Yes, that's going to be on Hotstar.
Do you know what made you take a break for such a long time? Because like everybody, your screen presence has been missed. Have you not seen the reaction with Dandiv?
You know, firstly, thank you. I appreciate you saying that my screen presence has been missed. Yes, I have seen the reactions. Actually, the reactions started coming first with Mentalhood, then Hostages. And Hostages, I played this villainous character, which is beautiful. You know, in 2011, I took a conscious decision to just stop doing rubbish. Exactly. Any offers that came to me thereafter were just really nothing great. I'm being brutally honest. And I just didn't want to be that insecure actor and say, you know, oh God, out of sight, out of mind. Let me just shoot anything. I didn't want to be that person, and hence I took a conscious decision to only work when a good movie comes, or a good show for that matter. And now OTT has really opened up this space so much that the talent is outstanding, the writing is outstanding, the directors are great, the stories being created are great. So it's a great time, and I always kept myself prepared and ready in the event someone comes and says, hey, we got to shoot next week. So I always kept myself ready. In anticipation
and talking
of
about, you know, films that you were doing before, if we kind of, I have to say, you know, this whole the guy next door looking really sexy with the six-pack, always going to the gym. For me, you were the first one to kind of set that trend before everybody else came. I mean, are you conscious of that?
You know, people make me conscious of it. I tend to forget it, but I get a lot of people writing and saying that hey Dino, even as a model, and then when you came into films, because before I came into movies, there was really no one who was aesthetically conscious about their physical appearance. I came in, not that I was conscious about it. I came in and I was already, that was part of my personality. I've been playing sports ever since a kid. So for me, for everybody, it was, hey, who's this fit guy? Who's this guy looking good? Oh, we got to build a six pack. Oh, we got to have bodies and so on and so forth. It's strange. I did that. I got a lot of appreciation for it. And then Shah Rukh came and did one film where he built his abs. So then suddenly it became, oh, Shah Rukh has abs.
And so that was
so, so I mean, the bigger the star you are, honestly, they make it out to be that they are the ones who created it. But we came before him.
Do you remember the time, right? Because I mean, I know you all are great friends now because they often talk about you. But you, Bapasha, and John, the three of you were like the gods of the Hindi cinema, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, the three of them are just so hot."
Yeah, we had that time, and it was beautiful because, we three of us actually came from the modeling industry. Now the industry is all about good looking people. And I feel cinema is a visual experience. So why not give the audiences a good visual experience, right? And if you have good looking people want to keep watching. I mean, it's like when I watch a movie in the West, I want to see a Brad Pitt or a Leonardo or whoever, because they look good. So likewise, I know our audiences over here love to watch us because there is an appeal. So yeah, we got a lot of appreciation at that time. We still get it, which is good.
But you three and yourself, I mean, you started a new trend. Were you aware that you were making history by changing? The Indian hero was kind of like Motu,
I think you even convinced Raj to do a couple of sit-ups.
Oh, lovely. As long as we inspired a couple of people to get fit, it's great. I like the way you said that we created history. I love it. I like that line. You said it. I accept.
Good. So tell, but one of the other things about you is, like, from what we know, you're an entrepreneur as well. You do a lot of business stuff as well. So have you been busy with that as well, or?
So when I consciously took this step back to not be part of movies, to not act in stuff I don't want to act in, I needed to keep myself going, keep the mind busy. I've always had this ambitious streak in me, and I think I'm pretty street smart. I came up the tough way, so I know a little bit about money management. I invested in a couple of businesses. Two of them failed. I lost some money, and some of the other investments I've made have done really well.
Okay.
So, as an actor, I can't put all my eggs in one basket and just hope that acting is going to be the be all and end all for me. I will work towards it, no doubt. But if I'm not going to be offered the right stuff, I don't want to be dependent on it. So now, because I'm so easy and comfortable, I can pick and choose what I want to do when I want to do. And that there's a certain ease right now. There's no insecurity of, hey, people will forget me. No, because if I do something good, they will remember and they'll say, hey, shit, we missed him.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what's happening right now. So yes, the entrepreneur in me is always working. I right now, I must say though, I'm paying far more attention to my acting and the production. I have a production company, and we have a second film which will be released. Jism 2 was the first film, and Helmet, the one I'm making right now, which is ready, we're just trying to toy with the idea of theaters or OTT, but I think it's going to go straight to an OTT. And we've made a brilliant movie. It's called Helmet.
Wow. Who's in it and what's it about?
I've got Apar Shakti Khurana in it, who's Ayush's brother. I've got Abhishek Banerjee. I've got Ashish Verma and Pranutan Bell, Munish Bell's daughter. Wow. The movie is a laugh, right? It's basically it's a social satire. It's a comedy to do with Indian men and condoms, and Indian men and how they are so shy to buy condoms in a chemist.
Well, so we'll definitely have to talk to you and the whole cast together when that comes out. But
absolutely.
It sounds like you're in a really, really good place.
I am. I actually am in a great space. I think right now, the content making industry, that is web, TV, movies, is in a really beautiful situation. At least for the next 3 or 4 years, I see it as a great space. And I think I've placed so nicely as an actor and as a producer. I want to churn out as much content and as much good content as possible. So these next 3 years is going to be really busy. Next 4 years for me is going to be hectic, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm back in the game.
Good.
You're back in the game, working hard and looking good at the same time.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, Dino, right? Do you feel, with this whole COVID thing, that now what you're doing on OTT platforms, India is much more, the West is taking notice of what you guys are doing, what India is doing. Like, for example, Unlive has been appreciated. And the world is one big, small place now.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the good part. We as content makers, filmmakers, directors, story writers, we have to think of an audience, a world audience, not just an Indian audience. So if you're going to make mediocre rubbish and hope people will like it, I don't think there's room for that anymore. No. We've got to think big. We've got to think honestly. I think we got to at least aim for an Oscar. I believe that's a very reputable award to have, because they make, I mean, they some of the Oscar films are fantastic movies. Now, if we don't think that big, we're not going to make it. And our platform is the world right now. Everyone wants to watch good movies, and India is full of stories, and we've got so many great Indian stories. Why can't we tell them and tell good stuff and tell it well? Let's not be mediocre anymore. I mean, mediocrity is, it's passé, I feel. So great
yesterday,
time.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone.
Well, we're going to ask you a few questions, right? And you can give you can just name one person or give one word answers. So very quickly, I'm going to go through this list. What's one thing you can't do without?
One thing I can't do without. Does it have to be a thing, or can it be something that's non-tangible?
So it can be non-tangible.
Work.
Okay, so, and this is to do with the first person you either call or you get in touch with or you want to talk to. What do you do when you're angry?
Oh, when I'm angry, I don't call anybody. I go play a sport. I play football. I go cycle. I get my punching bag, or I just blow off steam on my own. I do a little. It's called fast thinking, slow thinking. I take a deep breath and I slow think, just to analyze everything and calm down. There's a solution for everything.
No. What you need is a Pablo. That's what I do. I just shout at him.
Okay, you're lucky you have a Pablo. I don't have anybody. I got a Pablo.
You need a Pablo.
When you're really happy and you want to paint the town red, what two people would you call and say, right, you're coming out with me?
Oh, I've got quite a few friends over here. I call any of the two and say, hey, we're getting the hell out. We're getting a drink. We're having some fun, having a laugh. Who are you want the names of the two people? Nobody would know them. So, I mean, this just close friends of mine.
Okay.
Are you still friends with lots of the industry?
Yeah, I am. It's just that the lockdown has kept us all so separate from each other right now. But yeah, of course, very, very close to many people in the industry.
How is filming now? When you're filming Mughal or whatever, how are the sets?
It's all good. Everybody's careful. Everybody's wearing a mask except the actors. There's a lot of sanitization going on. There's a lot of precautions being taken, and it's really wonderful. I must say though, I have to add that fortunately, I think the whole Southeast Asian subcontinent are a very, very strong subcontinent immunity-wise, and we Indians, people from Africa, have been really not that badly hit by this coronavirus as much as the people in Europe or the West. I think that's a truth. That's a truth. Yes, people say we're a young population, so on and so forth. No, but I think it's the lifestyle, it's the diet, it's the kind of, the healthy ways that India has that's kept them really strong.
I love the way Raj kind of came in there, because he knew what my
he was like,
exactly.
He was like, yeah.
And you can take your time when you're thinking about what to say. Who do you call when you want to go for a nice romantic walk?
Not Pablo.
There's a lovely girl who I know right now, and she's from the UK.
Is that all you're going to tell us?
Yeah.
Okay. We're happy with that.
she's a beautiful. She models and she's doing really well over there. And I shall not tell you more. But
And-
she's going to be very popular very soon.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
wonderful.
British flag, British flag. Yeah.
But Dino, can we
I've
just
seen
say it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much, and we look forward to
The
chatting
pleasure.
to you again.
And can
Hey,
you just,
listen, go on. We do this more often. I mean, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Yeah, you were saying.
I just want to say it's such a pleasure seeing you back on screen. Dundev, thank you for making the
Oh
choice.
man, I love you guys. Thank you.
They've been
Thank you,
so-
Dino. Dino, actually, before you go, could you say you're listening to Raj and Pablo on Ruckus Avenue Radio?
Absolutely. Ready?
Yep.
Hey guys, this is me, Dino Morea. You're
Yes!
listening to the fabulous Raj and Pablo on Ruckus Avenue Radio. Keep listening to them.
Thank you.
Thank
You're a
you.
star. Thank you very much. And make sure you get in touch when you're in London, because now we know
I
you're here
will.
that often.
When with walks, I got to take those walks. You see.
Dino,
All right. It's been a pleasure talking to you. You take care.
Where he wants to say something.
I want to just say, like, just keep in touch. Whatever you need from us, we're there.
Yes,
Okay.
and see, Helmet should be releasing in 2 months or so. So let's get in touch in a month again and try and
Let's
I'll
do
get the whole
something.
cast on and we can do something
then we
fun
can
with
do
them.
Brilliant.
And
Yeah,
we
let's
can
do something.
promote-
We could do a special around there. It would be great.
Let's do a whole
Sounds good.
promotional aspect now. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
All right, Dino.
Love you
Take
guys.
care.
Love you lot.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Ruckus Avenue Radio.